This is a movie where I felt like I had to turn off my movie critic brain and just enjoy the film. And I kind of did. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. This week I saw Fast 10 as it is currently in theaters. Fast 10, Fast X, Fast. Oh my gosh. It's like the iPhone 10 all over again. There's not much I remember from the previous film, but it's not like you really need to know what happened, but I'm just laying down my thoughts, just general things that I felt resonated with me or impacted me in some certain way. So, Fast and Furious 10. These films have been around for 20 years, and yet they're ragging on the MCU. I'm not even going to get into that. But these films were originally just about racing, and then it went into high-speed smuggling, and now it's like your whole family is going to die with the agency on your ass, and you're going to be like disavowed. And I feel like it's turning into Mission Impossible. So the number one thing we got to talk about with this film is family. Duh. I feel like with each installment, you feel just how close each and every member of the Furious team is really bonding with each other and how close they are now, like a true family. And even some new additions to the family. With the whole family dynamic, you also get different interactions among different people within the family that you get like a stroll from memory lane. Like I remember Han and Dom talking about how they used to be in the Dominican Republic. Then you have Roman and Tez talking about how they used to whip each other's ass. Little things like that, I think, add more closeness and connection to the audience. The first 15-20 minutes, the way the emotions come in, it feels like the end. Well, sort of. We'll get back to that in a minute. See, the problem with that is that in the promotion, it says the end of the road begins. Just end it. Just like be done. Like don't keep dragging. I feel like I'm watching the final season of Attack on Titan. Like I'll be 40 by the time this actually ends. I'm not close to 40 right now, just saying that I'm old. Now I want to talk about the villain of this film, Jason Momoa, aka Dante Reyes. He was the son of Hernan Reyes, the villain of Fast 5. So that was the correlation to why he's relevant within this film. He wants revenge for them killing his father. I thought Jason Momoa was great as a villain right here. You could really tell he had fun playing this character, and I got a lot of Joker vibes / like egotistical, I don't really care / let's just have fun and kill each other type vibe, which I think is a big breath of fresh air for the Fast franchise, as it's mostly been like, oh, you killed him, I'm gonna kill you. There is a quote that Alan Richardson's character said, which I thought was just hilarious. Everyone becomes a family, like a cult with cars. And Brie Larson's character, aka Mr. Nobody's daughter, had said, oh, it seems like we're a barbecue and a beer away from being corrupted. I felt that. Like the Fast and Furious team has a way like of being so contagious, of getting people to join them and expanding their team farther than you could ever imagine. And I found it hilarious that they called it a cult with cars, because that's ultimately how it started, and now it's just something completely ridiculous. That was my next point, is that these films were well aware that they're ridiculous now. But the thing is, they're aware of it and they're playing into it. So what we could see as a weakness is actually becoming a strength for this franchise. Like the last one, they were in space. This one, they're doing such ridiculous stunts, ridiculous action. It's entertaining to see, and I think it's playing into their strengths a lot. I really liked this Uncle John Cena, also known as Jacob Toretto, Dom's brother. I liked how John Cena's character had some action, some strength, but also kind of being the comedic relief and the good parent / uncle that little Brian needed at that time to help keep him safe. And it was also good because little Brian and Jacob got to have their little like bonding time to get closer as a family. Before I talk about some of the wacky stuff, I want to talk about the ending. Now, without giving anything away, it ends very abruptly. Like it throws a pitch to black. So when your suspense is at its highest, it throws it right into a black screen. So obviously there's going to be another one, a big cliffhanger, and there were a good amount of comebacks in this film. The first one, which I thought was nice, was Jason Statham coming back. I thought he was great. When he first appeared in this franchise, I was a little skeptical, but he's kind of giving himself a good fit within this universe. on to the comebacks that are just weird or a little unsettling for me. So Letty and Charlize Theron's character are in Antarctica and they're looking for a way out. And then up comes this giant like submarine, and up out of the top comes out Gal Gadot. And I'm thinking like, hold on. Didn't she die? How is this possible? But that also plays into the ridiculous point where they know it and they're just going to play with it. I would really love to see how they explain how she's still alive, just to see, like, writing wise, what they came up with. But the second comeback, which nobody thought was going to happen after the whole big beef drama, whatever, and like begging for him to come back, was The Rock. I think I know why. So The Rock was kind of like on his high horse saying that he wasn't going to come back to the franchise. He's doing better things, yada, yada, yada. And then Black Adam lost $100 million. And he was saying how he's pivoting. Is that pivot the Fast franchise? Just looking for another franchise to kill? If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll put a card right up here. But I do not want to keep talking about The Rock. I made a whole video about him. I hated Black Adam. And that's done. I mean, it'll be cool to see him in the next film just to see how they kind of interact, especially Dom and Hobbs, as they personally have beef. But who knows what's going to happen now. All that aside, I did enjoy watching this film. Not like for the story, but just for the entertainment, just the action. Though I will say we have gotten some great films in terms of story as well. I mean, last week I reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and story-wise, that was just phenomenal. Fast 10, it was all right. To me, it's just one of those movies where I watch for the entertainment or the action, and then it's done. And then I just keep going. But overall, it's a fun watch. So if you're looking for something to pass the time and just have fun with and get some action and excitement, this is the movie for you, especially now with the summertime. So if there's a rainy day or you got nothing else to do, go see Fast 10. And those are my thoughts on Fast 10. Did you see it? Did you like it? Are you going to see it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like. It is always so much appreciated here in the Sanctuary. And if you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell for every week this lover boy pops up in your feed. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.